So today you're joining me on a really interesting hike, quite excited to do this one. It's along an old narrow gauge railway track, but first we've got to climb up 1,000 metres up to, I think it's an abandoned village, or it might just have like a few people there. But yeah, heading up to the village and then along the railway track for about 10 miles or so, and then back down another 1,000 metres to where I started. So yeah, it should be a really interesting one. I'm up near Lake Como, north end of Lake Como, up in the Italian mountains, and yeah, let's see how we get on. So above me you can see some old cart things. So I guess it's transporting goods and stuff up into the mountains. They look pretty ancient, not sure how long they've been there, but yeah, be interesting to see if that's where we're heading to. As you can see, the landscape behind me is absolutely stunning. Still got snow up on the mountains, and yeah, I'm already exhausted. Seems to have wandered into a bit of a quarry, but that's okay. I think there's no one around from where I parked the car next to the river. Oh shit, there's a big lorry coming. Okay, now I need to get off the trail, get on the trail even, off the road. Okay, bye. Well, the guy in the truck seemed friendly enough, so I don't think there's a problem with me walking through the quarry. But yeah, so this is the start of the ascent. Going up, there's a village up there somewhere. Yeah, so I'm already a bit out of breath, but yeah, that's bound to get worse as we get along. But yeah, I mean the views are absolutely beautiful. As that takes me up to another bit of a quarry. Some nice steps there to oh no, now that says private property and danger. Really? Am I going the wrong way? This is the way it's supposed to be. I think I'm going to go anyway. So even though this is private property, there's still trail markers. So I don't know if that's just someone, I don't know, stopping people from hiking, or worried because it's a dangerous path or something, I don't know. But it seems to be a legit hiking path as well, so I'm carrying on. Beautiful view down there, you can't really see it with the trees so much, but I've just seen the car down there as well, so I know it's still safe, so that's cool. Well, or I can see someone driving off in it. Path to start with is really steep. As you can hear, I'm already out of breath, and continues to be steep. Finally, a bit of a better view now behind me, about 300 metres up, I guess. Still got another 700 or so to go, but it's already looking beautiful down there. Cars down in that valley next to the river over there, but yeah, absolutely stunning. Gotta say, this initial path is pretty relentless. Just uphill, switchback. Yeah, it's hard work. Can't wait to get to the top. Check out this view. So interesting, there is an electricity line running up to where I guess the village is. So I guess that means some people are still living there. I hope this isn't the track they take every day to go and get their groceries, because there's no road up here. This is, as far as I'm aware, the only way up and down into the village, so good on them if that's where they're staying. It's pretty amazing, the dedication of people to come and bring candle and fresh flowers. Actually, they're not fresh flowers, they're plastic flowers. But someone definitely did bring a candle and some fresh flowers at some point, so yeah, pretty amazing. But time to carry on up the path. Did hear some bells ring, so I know there's a church in this village, so it'd be interesting to see if that's an active church or if it's all abandoned or what. But yeah, let's carry on. So if you remember at the start of the video I showed you some carts at the very bottom of the trail, some like suspended cart things. I can actually see where they come up to, but right behind me is the line, or whatever you call it. So yeah, it does look like that was used to transport goods, possibly people, I have no idea, up and down into the village. But yeah, that's pretty clever. So as you can see behind me, got some signs of old life. So it must be coming up to the village shortly at least. Old abandoned house and some walls. So let's take a look. So I just had a very embarrassing moment when I was trying to take a photo up near the village where we just were, and realised that I'd left my phone somewhere. So it was down by this rock, which is a couple hundred metres down the path. Luckily though, I bought myself Galaxy Smart Tag thing, so it helps you find your phone. You can double click it and it starts ringing it out, so I probably wouldn't have found it actually without that. So yeah, good bit of advice. If you're prone to losing your phone like me, get a smart tag. So yeah, anyway, so that's added another, well, it was about 5 minutes to get down, but it's no doubt added another half hour on the way up. So let's carry on. So dropping my phone down there has given me a thought. Does anybody carry a spare phone with them when they go hiking? Especially if it's somewhere remote. I know a lot of people take an InReach Mini, which is great for proper emergency situations. But I'm just thinking, if you had just a cheap spare little phone in the backpack, you could call your lost device, or maybe even have a look on use the Google Find My Device or whatever the Apple equivalent is of that. Yeah, it's a thought. Maybe I'll just get one of those cheap AliExpress phones for 30 quid, just as a backup to keep in my hiking pack. I'll have a think. So, half an hour later, back at the point I realised I dropped my phone. Anyway, we're going to carry on up. Altitude is now 2,500 feet, so there shouldn't be too much more incline to go, and then it should be supposed to be pretty much flat from there on. So I'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, have a little break. Excuse me, have a little break in the village. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't expecting a village notice board, so perhaps it's not abandoned at all, and it looks like there's even a little shop that might be open to get some drinks. So yeah, that would be cool. Not sure if you can see over in the distance, but there's another village up there. Can't tell if that's abandoned or not. But yeah, I mean, I find it amazing that these places still have life. It seems mental that people are coming up here. I mean, obviously tourists on a trail, but you know, what happens the rest of the year? Well, so far today, it's turning out to be a total disaster. I just dropped my my microphone as well. I don't know how far away that was. Probably wasn't too far. If you could hear me really well when I was just talking a minute ago, I probably had it. So I'm just having a little look. Path. So that means it's here. Oh my god, there we are. Look at that. That's mental. Hello. How ridiculous. Oh, and they've got a goat. Hello. Lucky the goat didn't eat it. Hey goat. Hello. Wow, there's loads. Hey guys. Thanks for not eating my microphone. I'm a baby. I won't hassle you guys too much. That'd be the perfect accompaniment to this trip, being charged by a goat. They seem friendly though, so hopefully that's it for dropping things and disasters. You can see I've got my mic tied around my neck now, so I'll know if I drop it. I should know if I drop it. See what this video turns out like. It's a nice bit of flat ground. And when they're coming up into the village, people definitely live up here, so fair play. Must be really harsh in winter. Cool. That'd be a cool place to stay. Wow. No way, this place is crazy. Can't believe it's just up here in the middle of the mountain like this. Insane. Oh, beautiful village in the middle of nature, totally cut off. This place is so cool. Could I live here? Don't know. Be really harsh in winter, but quite exciting. Let's go and have a look in the church. Seems like it's closed, so I'm not going to try and open it. It doesn't seem right up here. Sounds like there's a few people around, but largely it's so quiet. Anyway, time for some food and a bit of a rest. I was actually there's a hedge trimmer down here, so someone's working. So back on the trail again now, above the village, and getting some more altitude again. It should take me to the railway line. I think it's a narrow gauge railway line cut into the rocks, but yeah, it should take me there. Then it should be flat, hopefully. So village of San Giorgio, I think it is is absolutely beautiful. And even if you just do the hike, which is still pretty difficult, it's not far, but it's 1,000 meters altitude in a couple of miles. Yeah, it's a pretty hard hike. But even if you just head there, it's totally worth it. Really nice to see the village. Places like that really make you question what you need in life. You know, most of us have all the trappings of modern life, you know, cars, access to supermarkets, you know, all that sort of stuff. But here, basically just living off the land, and I guess occasionally going into town if you really have to, but you'd certainly be fit if you lived up here. But you get such a overwhelming sense of serenity. It's so quiet, apart from just, you know, the birds and the wind. Yeah, interesting. And this is by no means the only village. The one ahead of me, which I don't know if you can see or not, is even more extreme. You know, it's higher up. God knows how you get to that one. You certainly can't get to it from this side. It's also amazing how much snow's around, especially on those peaks over there. Not that high up, and it's, you know, it's mid-June and it's 25 degrees at the base, so I'm surprised there's so much snow. So I was in Andorra not too long ago doing some hiking there, and I'll post the video to that on up there or down there, wherever it goes. And yeah, I actually had to turn back some of the hiking there because of the snow, but that was at 7,000 feet, which you kind of expect. Wasn't expecting snow at, I guess, well, I don't know, 4,000 feet maybe. Don't think we're going to get any on this trip. I think we're pretty much at the highest point of elevation. Well, not quite, maybe another couple hundred feet to go. But yeah, very interesting. And just as a side note, I do have another channel if you're interested in just general travel, not the hiking stuff. As I say, I've been travelling around Europe for a little while now and living in Portugal, and yeah, so I've got some videos about my experiences, and those of you interested, I'll put a link here too. I mean, fair play if you're going to ride a push bike or a motorbike down there. Good luck. So I think I'm at pretty much the highest point now, and on to the start of the Il Tracciolino. A little bit of a tunnel behind me, and hopefully it should all just be straight and flat now, so you can make some good progress. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what we come in store with. That makes no sense. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so this is the first time. I think there's quite a few tunnels on this thing. I can see the light at the end of this one, so that's a good start, but I think some of the tunnels are quite long, so that's going to be interesting. I'm glad I've got a little flashlight on my keys, which I might break out in a minute, but let's see. Let's go. It's been a lot of rain here, thunderstorms and stuff over the past few days, so it's pretty wet. It's okay though. Do have lights. I wonder if there's a button to turn the lights on. I missed that if there was. That was cool. There's San Giorgio below us. So yeah, you do have to climb a little bit further than the village. This time when you can use your motorbike up here, but I wouldn't fancy it with the drops either side. On that point, actually, if you're not good with heights, probably not the path for you, even though you're pretty well protected here. Yeah, still quite steep drops either side, so yeah, suffer from vertigo, don't do it. Now this tunnel is pitch black, and there are motion sensors for the lights, but obviously they don't work. So yeah, luckily handy little torch, so see where this tunnel goes. It's not too bad. Looks like there's a longer tunnel through that bit of mountain there, going through over to the other side. Barrier's not so good in some places too, so yeah, do have to watch your step. So once you're onto the Via Tracciolino itself, it's actually pretty easy going. Surfaces good, hard, and yeah, so it's easy once you get up here. It's just getting up here is the difficult bit, and we'll see what getting down is like too. Just as I was saying, the path was super easy. It's a bit of a rockfall. It's okay though. It's actually quite cool they don't have the lights turned on. Makes it a bit more of an adventure, but I would recommend bringing a torch. I have to say that this noise that you can hear behind me scared the hell out of me in that tunnel, because it's pitch black and I could just hear like this roaring. It sounded like a, I don't know, train or I don't know, like a tsunami or something. Talking of trains, here's the railway track. So the temperature has just dropped massively. It's actually really freezing. This is a pretty long tunnel, this one. But yeah, I can't believe how cold it is. But at least I've actually got some lights on in this one. So yeah, that's a relief. But I might have to put my jumper on at this rate. Some parts of this route where it feels like they really don't want you to be doing it. Like you've got this sort of big gate behind me, and you have to crawl through a little gap down there to get through. But on the contrast to that, behind me, next to the giant pylon, which presumably is the thing they don't want you to mess around with, is a big seating area and like a little notice board about all the wildlife that's around here. So yeah, it's a bit of a contradiction, but cool. What would be cool on this trail is if someone had one of those cart things that you know, you push up and down to go along railway tracks with. That'd be so good up here, or even an electric one. I've seen some people on YouTube make electric train cart things. That'd be really cool along here. So apart from the railway line that's on here, it really reminds me of the Ruta del Cares and the Picos de Europa in Spain. Similar sort of cut into the mountainside paths. And yeah, if you're interested in watching that, I'll post a link up above. I've actually got another video coming out about another hike we did in the Picos de Europa with my friend, Trick of the Trail. That one didn't go quite so well. It was really hard, and Mark got ill on the third day. So yeah, that was a bit of a disaster, but still pretty amazing, and it'd be cool to go back and do that trail. But once I posted that video, after I've finished editing it, yeah, I'll also link to that too. Now this is what I'm talking about. Need to get on this baby and go for a spin. Actually, hold on just a minute. There's like, I guess this old station house here, but there's a trike thing. Can I show you? Yeah, there's a trike thing that goes on the railways, which I really want to have a go on. So interesting, there must be another village higher up the mountain, because there's like almost looks like a ski lift, but judging by this sign behind me, it looks like it takes well, I don't know, goods, luggage, food and that sort of stuff. It'd be interesting to find out what that's used for, and I must also look up the history of this railway because it's really interesting. A nice little foresty section for this last part. Well, actually, it's probably not totally the last part because I've got to walk back to the car, but yeah, so this bit's really quite pleasant. Again, there's obviously another abandoned village here. Crazy, people living so remote. But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey and highly recommended. Probably, I mean, I'm not the most fit hiker there is out there, but it's still, you know, it's pretty hard trek, and yeah, it's probably not suitable for everyone, but still really cool, amazing views, and a bit of history as well, so it's, yeah, very nice. So I'm actually pretty relieved to get back on the road at this point. My knees are not coping well with the downhill after all of the uphill bits, and my knees aren't great going downhill anyway, and if you've seen any of my other hiking videos you'll probably know that. But yes, pretty glad to get on a decent path. Still another 600 metres to go downwards, but shouldn't be so bad on the knees this way. So there's so many as I was just about to say, so many mosquitoes in this last foresty bit, so I'm trying not to hang around very long. Feels like they're all over me, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm covered in bites tomorrow, and it's because it's sort of early evening now, so it's feeding time for them. So even though my knee is really hurting now, actually, I'm just trying to get through this last bit, and yeah, sorry, I keep moving the camera around because I'm just getting mosquitoes landing on me, so just trying to shake them off. Yeah. Finally out of the foresty bit now, which I'm very glad about, because so many mosquitoes and it's absolutely murdering my knees. Quite a steep path down, but last bit now on the road to get back to the car. So it's been an awesome trip. Been a absolutely beautiful route. Pretty hard going. But yeah, if you want to see more, please subscribe, and let me know any comments you have. Thanks very much for watching. finally back at the car. I'm going to stick my feet in here to chill off.